And you know, Freedom and Seymour will, well, excuse me, Seymour's not in this event, but Freedom and Watt.
Well, you know, things from sectional so often, guys, are so unpredictable. Teams will run as fast as they have to get here. Distance runners especially are not going to kill themselves in a sectional meet if they don't have to.
I mean, you know, swimmers will do that, and they'll be pretty close.
But with
it's different here.
Swimming does a specific taper over those last 2 weeks. I mean, they've got it down to a science. And don't get me wrong, you taper for track and field too. But there are just so many things that come into play, and you can only go to the well once so often. So you try to do the best you can and expend the least amount of energy. And so when you're coming out of a sectional, you can get somewhat of an idea of what a team's going to do. But you can't always go directly by performances from the sectional.
Well, Ethan May, the big first runner, have certainly made Monroe the team to keep an eye on going into tomorrow.
There's a handoff for the Little Chute team. They're looking pretty good at lane 4. In fact, they're looking very good out of lane 4. Little Chute.
Looking outstanding, actually. Now, this is an example. Sometimes, though, I was talking to you about earlier, sometimes teams will lead off their fastest runners, and they'll go fast to slow. I'm not saying they did that here, but getting out and getting away and distancing yourself. Sometimes you can get a team to try to chase you down too soon. And
Zach Hippis is waiting for the baton for Little Chute, and he is off and running.
Well, the Mustangs are out, and they are going right now. This is an impressive race.
Parker Gludeman's ran the second leg for Little Chute. Now Hippis, is on the track for Little Chute. Maintaining a pretty sizable advantage over Freedom. Very quickly removing the anchor leg.
Boy, he's maintaining this pretty well, too. Look at that. Nice arm drive, good knee lift, coming right down the straightaway. He's held on pretty well.
Joe Van Grinsven, the senior, now has it for Little Chute. Boy, what an advantage they've built here.
Now, I don't know if you remember where Ripon handed off, but they handed off so far back on the first leg, and now they've moved up and they are in fourth place. And believe me, they were at the very end after the first leg. This young man from Ripon is throwing down a time right now.
Arcadia's in second right now.
Looks like Freedom's going to try to make another move right here.
Yeah. Ripon third, but they're getting heavy pressure from Freedom. Gap tightening a little.
The most impressive legs and those relays to me were the last two legs.
Van Grinsven and Little Chute taking first in the heat. $3:21.67 for Little Chute.
I'll tell you, the most impressive legs and those relays to me were the last two legs of Ripon, because they handed off so far back after that first leg. Those last two legs made up a lot of ground. That was impressive.
Ladies and gentlemen, our last event of the evening.